Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Cinderlands Brewing Company out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This beer is called Pancake Galaxy Banana Chocolate Chip Tart Shake IPA. It says Tart Shake India Pale Ale with bananas, maple sugar, ruby chocolate chips, cacao nibs, cinnamon, Madagascar vanilla beans, and milk sugar. So, I think it's probably obvious by, if you've watched a lot of my reviews, that I'm not the biggest fan of, these IPAs with a bunch of stuff thrown in them, or these milkshake IPAs. But, I've had one or two of theirs, and I've actually thought they were very well done, and I've heard from several people that I really trust, that this is actually pretty good. So I did want to give this one a shot. And this is... So that's interesting. They don't... And I know I've noticed this before, but I'm just calling it out now. They don't put the ABV on the label, but they do put it on the can stamp, which also has the can date. So that's interesting. It says Banana Boy, 7%. So... I'm going to crack it open and see what we got. I honestly have no idea what to expect with this because that's just so much stuff. I can't even imagine that this really has much hop flavor, but who knows? We'll see. So that is a very, very cloudy. I don't even know what color I would describe that as. I mean, it's almost like the color of a manila folder. It's very, very light. I mean, it's almost the color of a banana, like especially the top piece of it, which is interesting. With just a little etching on the outside of white carbonation. That's it. I don't even know what to think of that aroma. So there's something in this that reminds me of the peach cobbler one that they did. So I wonder if that's It's not something from the hops though. It's definitely something I think from the souring yeast, but it's not like so lacto. I'm assuming, but it's not like butyric acid or anything. It's kind of its own thing. It's almost like nutty, but then I also definitely get banana. I do get some cinnamon. It's weird. It's like nutty too. I don't know. It's I wouldn't say I'm just looking at everything that's in this. So I don't think that I would say I do get vanilla too. It's interesting. But I definitely wouldn't say I get like chocolate or maple. It's just maple sugar. So I guess maple is basically sugar. That's weird. I don't know. That's so weird. Like there's a sweetness. I do get vanilla, which is similar to the vanilla that I got out of the peach cobbler one. There is a little bit of banana, but I do actually get some like tropical hops underneath all of it, which is interesting. Because you assume with all that stuff thrown in there that it would be completely masked. And the other good thing is it's not even though it has that stuff in it, it's not very sweet. It does have a little bit of a bitter kick to it, and it's a little acidic. Not acidic like acetic acid, but it's just a little tart, which makes sense. Um, and I will say, like, you don't really get much banana in the flavor, like in the initial flavor, but after you swallow it and let it sit on your tongue for a minute, like all I'm tasting now is banana, which is really interesting. And more than banana by itself, it's coming off to me as like Banana's Foster. So I'm guessing that means I am getting like a hint of cinnamon and maybe the vanilla and maple. I don't know. This is some crazy stuff. Excuse me. So in my opinion, I would rather have this beer be this way, where it's like maybe you can get certain things more than others, but none of them are like leading the show where it's dominant in that flavor and it covers up everything else. This is honestly really, really balanced. Like I'm having to kind of search for a lot of the things, but that's because it's so balanced and none of them are leading the show. That's not necessarily that they're not there, but I also do actually get like a little. I do get some hop character, and I think the nice little tartness that it has keeps it from being sweet, which is awesome. Uh, yeah, it's honestly hard to explain. It's very weird because I don't get a lot of the flavors like when I swallow it and drink it. But after I swallow it, like a couple 5 seconds after or something, my mouth just tastes like banana bread. So I mean, it's definitely there, but it's not like the predominant flavor. Yeah. I, I mean, I assume this wasn't going to be bad because I heard, like I said before, from people I trust that this was actually okay. Um, but going into it, like, how can you not think that this was going to be a sloppy mess? But it's not. It's not my favorite beer, um, but it's actually really drinkable, and there's nothing weird about it. Nothing's dominating or cloying or overly sweet. It works. It's still slightly adhering to the IPA name. It does have some hop character, and the tart shake name. It is a little tart. Yeah, it's just a crazy beer. It's really weird, but I like it, and so I didn't buy this. I got this from a friend in a trade, but I don't remember. I think it was probably like $18 or something for 4 pack. Uh, I I would definitely not buy this again for the reason of to just chill watching a football game and drinking it. But I think it's a really unique thing. I think they did it really well, and I would buy it again to share with other people because it's a really unique thing. Even if something's really unique, I wouldn't care to share it with people if I was just like, oh, it's unique because it's weird and I don't like it. This is weird, but I do still like the beer, so I would buy this again. And I think honestly, I don't know how they could have made this any better. I could see some people not liking it because it's not super sweet and it's not completely crushed with those adjuncts. But for me, that's actually why I like it because they're not super in the forefront. They're all just playing a little part in the beer as a whole. So yeah, I would buy this again. But that's all I got in this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.